I'm Michelle Miller, and this is my son Tanner. He was 25, gone too soon. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for your dedication on this beautiful long weekend. Broken Hearts of Fentanyl, Mom Stop the Harm, Positive Living North, appreciate each of you. Those of you who work the front line and do this every day and take it home with you. We see and hear the frustrations. Today is about love. Love for those in the journey and those we lost in our journey. Today we share our knowledge with each other and support those who are struggling and their families. We all feel sad, brokenhearted, and yes, angry, which motivates us to make changes. This war with drugs needs to stop. Everyone involved is trying their hardest to keep our community safe, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. It's hard losing a loved one, and to find forgiveness with those who are accountable for this crisis. The grief this has caused in our families is devastating, and we will continue to fight the fight with kindness and compassion. Please stay safe and remember the breath of life and using your naloxone kits and making sure you're carrying at least one or two. Thank you to First Nations Health Authority for sponsoring our event, the Men's Shed for making our 500 Purple Crosses, Karen for our songs, and Stephen, our photographer. Lorraine for our t-shirts and all the donations from our community that will be handed out to those in need. We have food and drinks available today. At 7:45, we will start placing the just under 500 Purple Crosses along the staircase. It's going to be tedious a bit because we need to make sure the crosses are very close together with a candle lit before them, because we can't get between all those.
Thank you, Michelle. Dear community members, thank you for gathering here today on International Overdose Awareness Day, a day that carries profound significance for our community in Prince George and for communities across the globe. Today, we come together not just to remember the lives lost to drug overdoses, but also to renew our commitment to preventing further tragedies. Prince George, like many other communities in British Columbia, has been deeply impacted by the opioid crisis. The numbers are staggering, but behind every statistic is a person, a parent, a sibling, a child, a friend, someone whose life was tragically cut short. These are not just statistics. They are our neighbors, loved ones, and fellow citizens. The pain of their loss is felt not only by their families, but by all of us as a community. But today is not just a day of mourning, but a day of action. It is a day to increase awareness, to break down the stigma associated with drug use, and to advocate for the support and resources necessary to prevent further deaths. It is a day to recognize that overdose deaths are preventable, and that through education, compassion, and community action, we can save lives. As a community, we must acknowledge that the root causes of addiction are complex and multifaceted. Many who struggle with substance use do so because of underlying issues such as mental health challenges, trauma, poverty, and social isolation. Law enforcement cannot address these issues alone. They require a comprehensive approach that includes healthcare, social services, and community support. As a community-based organization, PLN, we believe that harm reduction is critical to this approach. It is about meeting people where they are, providing them with the tools and support they need to stay safe. This includes access to naloxone, supervised consumption sites, and secure supply programs. Harm reduction saves lives. It does not enable drug use. It allows people to live another day, to have another chance to recovery, to have another opportunity to reconnect with their families and their community. Today, as we remember those we have lost, let us also recognize the strength and resilience of those who continue to fight for their lives daily. Let us support the families who are grieving and stand in solidarity with those who are struggling. Let us commit to being a community that cares, supports, and does everything possible to prevent another life from being lost. Together we can make a difference, turn the tide of this crisis, and ensure that the legacy of those we have lost is one of action, compassion, and lasting change. Thank you so much for those who are coming here today. We appreciate you all. Thank you.
I'm just looking across the stairways and I can't believe that each of these crosses represents somebody, someone we love, someone we miss. Thank you for all coming today and tonight. I can't say anymore. Thank you.
I had to abandon step for a second there. Yeah, just for a second. Everyone else is on the struggle to handle like I am. This whole box isn't funding any of them. Can you reach those or string? No, I can't reach those. Or did he take one from the other? A little bit of a flick for that one, yeah. Right? Okay, that one needs a tap. It's because I have a bunch of broken ones. They won't light up at all. Try. Yeah, a couple of these aren't lighting up at all. That one Well, I have extras. The ones that don't want to sign over.
these empty?
Those two are. I don't know what the others.
These ones?
Yeah, these guys.
Can I get a cross? Okay. Just give him a little bit of a click.
Give them a little slammer. Oh, look at that.